Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about Evbo's Evbo's PvP Civilization. Not the video series, but the PvP server that he created. And I'm going to be talking about its pros and cons, and whether it's actually a good PvP server to play on, whether you're just having fun or actually trying to improve. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, for those of you who don't know, Evbo's PvP Civilization, or EvPvP for short, is this series were created by this YouTuber Evbo, who I believe has around 3 million subscribers right now. And basically he starts off as the wooden sword, which is the lowest rank in the universe, and slowly moves up the ranks. I'm not sure about the details, but it is a relatively popular series, but I don't really watch it. He is also the creator of Parkour Civilization, which is basically like his big hit. And at least some of you guys probably know about Parkour Civilization. But that's not what we're here to discuss. We're actually here to discuss PvP Civilization. So recently I found out that Evbo actually has a server. It's called the Android MC. Now, I'm not sure if this was the whole Android thing was created by Evbo or if it was created by someone else, and Evbo just added PvP Civ and Parkour Civ into Android MC. But either way, you can play PvP Civilization and Parkour Civilization on Android. I will put the server IP in the description down below, so you guys can join it as well. So, Evbo's PvP Civilization, is it good or is it bad? It's basically the same thing as EvPvP, the video series, and overall it's not too bad of a server. I do actually sometimes actually kind of enjoy playing it, but it's not really because of any specific feature in the server. It's really just because I like PvP in general. Oh, let's talk about some of the pros. Well, first of all, it's a battle royale, which is different from some other PvP servers, where it's more of a 1v1. So that is pretty creative, and you don't start off with like a full kit. Like, you don't start off with diamond armor, a shield, golden apples. You have to slowly progress through the game, and then slowly begin getting that as you level up. Also, you have to keep up with your sword's durability, which you can replenish by collecting other players' swords after you kill them. And I haven't actually lost my sword's entire durability, but I'm pretty sure if you lose it, you die. And also, buying things also costs hits from your sword. So I think overall it's a pretty creative concept for PvP. However, that's about where the pros end. Everything I will spit out after this is just going to be all cons, pretty much. So, the first con number 1 is that a good 90% of the players are absolute dog water. They're absolutely horrible. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen a person on it just spam click his mouse and just button mash, which is probably the worst strategy to use in PvP. Now, I'm not saying all players on the server are bad, because there are some pretty good players who can actually land pretty good combos, and I have met some of these people. And by I have met some of these people, I mean I've met like 1 or 2. So, I think it's pretty clear that these players are not that great, and I know I do die to them a lot of the times, but that's because I'm pretty bad myself, and my aim is horrible. I don't even think some of these players go for crits. Like, I don't even know, like, do they even know what crits are or how you get them? I feel like these are more like 8-year-olds just trying to get into the game rather than like actually experienced players. So, that's the first con. So this is a horrible server to try to get good in, because to get good, you actually have to play against good players, and the players here are obviously not good. So there's that. But what about just genuinely having fun? Well, um, unless you specifically just like PvP, like that's just your thing, like me, you might not even have fun. If PvP is just like a side thing, or if the server's good, I'll enjoy it and stuff like that. I don't know if you'd have fun, because there's like this really annoying thing where the diamond players, which is one of the highest ranks in the game, just come down and just bully the lowest ranked players. And netherite too. They just come down and just farm these players for durability and for kills. And it's so annoying because they have much better gear, so they can literally like two tap you, since wooden players have zero armor. And on top of that, they can just go into the gate where that leads to the next area, which is stone, and then they can just stay there, heal up, and then come back out to farm more durability and kills. And it's just so stupidly annoying. And another con is that when you get into stone, which is the second level, you're probably not going to see that many enemies. I don't know about the other levels like iron, diamond, netherite, but because I haven't gotten to there yet. But from what I've seen, like there was literally this one time when I got into stone, and there was no one there. I literally had to jump off, kill myself, and go back to wood again. That's why even when I have the opportunity to get into stone, I just don't do it, because it's just not worth it. All the players are just concentrated on wood. It's not even fun in stone because you don't get to fight anyone. So even if you like PvP, you're not going to enjoy it when you get into stone. If PvP is an you probably also won't enjoy it if you get into if you're in wood. Now, this is completely dependent on different people's opinions, but this is just what what I think. And I'm not saying that you should send hate to anyone, or like this is a bad server. Like this is not an objectively bad server. It's just my opinion, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't play on this server. I'm just saying this so that the people who made this server should probably make some changes to the server. And for one thing, to fix the diamond players constantly coming down to bully the lower ranked players, you could just not allow them to come back. Like that's a simple fix. And I know they can't really fix the skill level of players. That's fine as long as you're having fun. And I think that could fix the last two problems I had discussed, which were that high level players come down to bully low level players, and in stone rank and maybe even some of the other higher ranks, there's like no players to fight. I think I could definitely fix it. And I think if you're just trying to get better, I would not recommend going on here. If you're trying to have fun, it's fine. But if you're just trying to get better, I would recommend going on PvP server like PvP Legacy, which I will also which I will also write the IP down in the description below. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. And thank you for watching. And peace.